Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Lovington Wildcat Field. It's time for Wildcat Baseball from New Walmart Digital Solutions and One Radio Square Sports. I'm TJ Miracle. Thanks for being with us here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and also on HobbsAmerica.com. The Cats come in at 0-1, taking on the Clovis Wildcats, and, well, we'll take a quick timeout for the national anthem. This is Wildcat Baseball. All right, back here at Wildcat Field, I'm TJ Miracle. Thanks for tuning in on a gorgeous Tuesday afternoon for baseball here in Lovington, New Mexico, as it's a battle of the cats, as the Wildcats today taking on the Wildcats, of course, our Lovington Wildcats. Taking on Clovis. Our game today brought to you by Bob's Thriftway, the Lee County Electric Cooperative, Lovington Auto Supply, General Welding, the First American Bank of Lovington, the Lovington Schools, the City of Lovington, Empire Services, Now Pharmacy, and Devon Energy. So let's go ahead and give you the starting lineups. We'll start with Clovis, of course, the visiting team. They are wearing black uniforms with gray pants, purple accents, and looks like white letters and numbers. As their leadoff hitter will be their center fielder, Zach Wheeler. He'll be followed by the third baseman, Joseph Albert. Batting third, playing first will be Johnny Jimenez. Batting fourth is the right fielder, Josh Martin. Batting fifth, the pitcher, Will Jordan. Batting sixth, the catcher, Jonathan Ussery. Batting seventh, playing left field, will be Roman Galvan. Batting eighth, playing second base, will be Quinevers Molina, and batting ninth and playing shortstop will be Anthony Garcia. For the Lovington Wildcats on the hill, and batting first will be Diego Brito. Batting second, the shortstop Luis Garcia. Batting third, the catcher Victor Tejeda. Batting in the cleanup spot, it'll be Jordy Tavera, the third baseman. Batting fifth, first baseman Jonathan Aceves. Batting sixth, the center fielder Gilbert Sanchez. Batting seventh, playing in left field, Damian Nava. Batting eighth and playing right field, Nick Pata. And batting in the 9 slot, the second baseman, Yahir Salinas. So we are ready to go here from Wildcat Field in Lovington. I'm TJ Miracle, as the leadoff hitter, Zach Wheeler, will step to the plate, and we are ready to go. A little baseball on a gorgeous Tuesday from here in Lovington. Of course, the Cats kind of having a rough time against Hobbs in their opening game, but got to put that one behind them. As Wheeler will step in the line, and the first pitch from Brito is in there, called strike one. So it's a no ball, 1 strike count to the hitter Wheeler, and we are underway. As Brito looks into his battery mate Tejeda, has the sign, he kicks and fires, and that one will nip the outside corner, and quickly up, no balls and 2 strikes. So the Cats looking pretty good here early. Brito back quickly into the line, and the pitch swung on and missed. Ring him up and sit him down, as Brito will get the strikeout, and there is 1 down here in the top of the first inning. So that'll bring the third baseman, Joseph Albert, to the plate for Clovis. The right-hander wears number 3 on his uniform, so he will settle in. Going to start right at the front of the box. Now he'll get right in the middle, open up the stance, and the first pitch to Albert will be outside, and that will be ball 1. Oh, 1 ball, no strike count to Albert, 1 down here in the top of the first inning. Outfield playing straight away and about 3/4 of the way back, and the pitch swung on It'll be a chopper. Third baseman comes up with it, fires over to first, and Aceves will stretch out and make the grab. Score it 5-3. And quickly there are 2 away here in the top of the first for the Clovis Wildcats. So a very nice play there from Tavera to Aceves. And that'll bring the number 3 hitter to the plate. That'll be their first baseman, Johnny Jimenez. So Jimenez takes a moment. Now he settles into the right side box. And Brito quickly to work. Tejeda gives the sign and the wind in the pitch and pops it up. It's right to the mound, over and drifting into foul ground as the wind, I think, caught that one a little bit. And not able to handle it is Tejeda, so it winds up being a pop-up, strike 1. So a no ball, 1 strike count to the number 3 hitter, Jimenez. Game time temperature about 68 degrees or so. A light wind blowing in, but really not much of note. Only about 5 miles an hour. 0-1 the count to Jimenez, who steps out, looks down to Coach Cruz, down in the third base box, and will settle back in. Brito has the sign he wants from Tejeda. He'll kick and fire. The curveball swung on, and that one is launched into left field, but it'll curve foul and go onto the top of the Lovington batting cages, so a long strike 2. Jimenez looked like he was sitting on that one all the way and guessed right, just got around on it a little bit early. So it's a no ball, 2 strike count. Number 3 hitter Jimenez at the plate. Brito will kick the line, the curveball, and that one just misses inside, and it'll be ball 1. So a 1 ball, 2 strike count. That one very, very close. Brito showing some pretty good bend on that one. And he's back to work. And the 1-2 pitch fastball, that one will be in the dirt. Tejeda blocks it out and will stop it. And it evens up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So it is a 2-2 count. As Brito working a little quicker than we saw him against Hobbs last week. And that one is in there. Ring him up, sit him down. Second strikeout of the inning. And it will move the top of the order in for Lovington. After a half inning of play, it's Clovis nothing. Lovington coming to bat. Wildcat Sports here from Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and also on the Lovington Sports tab at HobbsAmerica.com. Brought to you by Bob's Thriftway. The Jameson family at Bob's Thriftway, great supporters for a long, long time of Lovington Wildcat Athletics, your local hometown grocery store. Also, the Lee County Electric Cooperative, serving all the electric needs of Lovington and northern Lee County. That's the Lee County Electric Cooperative. And the good folks at Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Get the Napa know-how from Lovington Auto Supply. We'll take a quick timeout and return for the bottom of the first. No score. This is Wildcat Baseball. Welcome back to Lovington Wildcat Baseball from the Walmart Digital Solutions and One Radio Square Sports. I'm TJ Miracle in Clovis's half of the first. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. They go 1-2-3, 2 strikeouts for Diego Brito, and so that'll bring the Cats to the plate. Leading it off, it'll be Brito. He'll be followed by Garcia and Tejeda. Rest of the lineup, 4, 5, and 6, Tavera, Aceves, Sanchez, 7, 8, 9, Nava, Parra, and Salinas. Setting the Clovis defense for you, it'll be Jordan and Usry. They are the battery. And the infield from first to third, Jimenez, Molina, Garcia, Albert. Outfield left to right, Galvan, Wheeler, and Martin. So Diego Brito will step in. Brito 0 for 3, rather 0 for 2 against the Eagles. Back last week, but he'll step in and lead things off. Pitcher on pitcher battle. Bottom of the first inning. just underway as Jordan gets a sign from Usry. He'll kick and fire. The fastball is in there, called strike one to Brito. No balls, one strike to Brito. Diego settles out, looks down at Coach Deck. Now he settles back in as Jordan will take the long look in. Still looking, gets the sign finally from Usry, and he'll kick and fire, and that one will be a fastball that nips the inside corner, and it's quickly no balls and two strikes. So a no ball, two strike count to Brito leading off for the Wildcats, clad in blue today. The home blues with the white pants, the white letters and numbers, and the 0-2 delivery, and that one will be just outside for ball one. So a one ball, two strike count to Diego Brito. Luis Garcia waits on deck. Victor Tejeda in the hole. As Usry looks in, he's got Brito in a 1-2 hole. Has a couple of choices for pitches here, and the 1-2, and it'll be a high fastball right back up the middle. Garcia and Molina both go over for it. It'll be Molina gets it, fires to Jimenez in time, 4-3 for out number one. That one causing a little trouble, but the speedy Molina over at second managing to get into the hole for out number one. So one down for the Wildcats, as now it'll be Luis Garcia to step in. Garcia, the lefty, will settle in. Garcia 0 for 2 against Hobbs in their game last week. But looking to get things going for Lovington here in the first. As Jordan will take the look in. Gets the sign he wants, Usry. Sticks the leg way out, and the first pitch will be low for ball one. No, it's a one ball, no strike count. We are in the bottom of the first inning. No score from here at Wildcat Field. Little baseball this afternoon, little softball going on too on HobbsAmerica.com. And the Lovington girls softball game is on a YouTube channel too. It's on the Lee County News and Sports YouTube channel. Of course, a full week of sports here from One Radio Square to Walmart Digital. As Jordan gets the sign, sets at the letters, and he'll fire the 1-0 pitch, and that one is going to run inside and make it quickly 2 balls and no strikes. Garcia will step out. Now he'll settle back into the left side box. Puts that left foot right at the back line. Slightly open stance. Outfield playing about halfway back. And the 2-0 swung on and back into the parking lot. Please don't hit the gold SUV. It is strike one. So a 2-ball, 1 strike count. Old baseball coach of mine used to say that is the batter's count, because the pitcher doesn't want to fall behind 3-1. So a pretty good shot you might get something to hit here. Garcia takes his time, readjusts the bat, makes sure he has the good grip on it. Now he'll settle back in and open up the stance in the left side box. Jordan with the sign from Usry, and the 1-2 pitch swung on, and that one will be lifted in the air to shallow center field. And running over and making the grab, Garcia. The wind or something knocked that one down. It looked like it was going to go a little further. Instead, it'll be a pop out to the shortstop for out number 2. So there are 2 down, as now the catcher Victor Tejeda will step to the plate for the Cats. Tejeda walked in that game against Hobbs, was left stranded, did steal a base in the process. Open stance from the right side box for the Wildcat catcher. That's up towards the front of the box. As Jordan will kick and fire, and the first pitch is a breaking ball in there, called strike one. No balls, 1 strike the count to Victor Tejeda, the catcher for the Cats. No score in this one, 2 down, bottom of the first inning. Jordan, a deliberate worker, finds this sign, and the 0-1 pitch swung on and missed, as I think that one might have been a fastball inside, but Tejeda taking a hack at it anyway, and now he trails in the count. No balls, 2 strikes. An absolutely gorgeous afternoon for baseball here in Lovington. Thanks for being with us wherever you are around the world today. As Jordan gets the sign that he wants, and he will kick and deliver the 0-2, and that one will be away for ball one. Seeing that more and more over the last couple of years, where it's an 0-2 count, they try and get them to chase. Starting to go the other way in the majors with pitchers attacking at 0-2. I'm not seeing it so much in the high school game yet. And the 1-2 delivery, and that one will be a fastball that'll be outside. Evens up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes to Tejeda. So it's a 2-ball, 2-strike count. Victor Tejeda at the plate, 2 away for the Wildcats here in their half of the first. No score yet on the Now Pharmacy scoreboard. Usry sets at the letters, and the 2-2 pitch swung on, and that one will be a little jam shot. Rolls towards Albert at short. He'll come up firing over to first. It skips in to the stretch of Jimenez, and he gets it. It's a long cross diamond throw, 5-3 for out number 3. So Lovington goes 1-2-3 in their half of the first. We head to the second. This is Wildcat Baseball from the Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports. Welcome back to Wildcat Baseball from the Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports. I'm TJ Miracle. Great to have you with us here in the Lovington Auto Supply press box as we head into inning number 2. Lovington goes 1-2-3. No runs, no hits, no errors in their half of the first. Wildcat Baseball and all Wildcat sports this season proudly brought to you by our good friends at General Welding Supply. For all your welding supplies, see the good folks at General Welding Supply. Also brought to you by the good folks at the First American Bank here in Lovington. David Campbell and his great staff, your local hometown bank. They'll treat you just like you are a member of the family. And, oh, yeah, they'll take care of your money, too. First American Bank. And brought to you proudly by the good folks at the Lovington Schools. Lovington Schools supporting all of the students of Lovington and the athletes as well. Lovington Schools, proud supporters of all Wildcat activities and academics. So as we get ready for inning number 2, leading it off, it'll be Josh Martin. He'll be followed by Will Jordan, then Jonathan Usry. So it is 4, 5, and 6 due up for the Cats here as we get this second inning underway. Of course, this is the first game of the season for Clovis. Just the second game for Lovington. So Martin will step in. The right-hander plays right field. There's number 11. As the wind in, the first pitch from Brito. It'll be a line shot. It's going to find its way out into left field. Navo will come over and get it, come up firing, but it is a first pitch leadoff single for the number 4 hitter, the cleanup man, Martin, out to left. So a leadoff single for Clovis will bring their number 5 hitter, Will Jordan, to the plate. Jordan getting the start as the pitcher had a note from Coach Cruz that if he has to make changes, Jordan will stay in the game as the DH. So Jordan, the righty, a little bit of a closed stance in the right side box. Leading off is Martin at first, the wind and the pitch. And that one will be inside for ball 1. So it's a 1-ball, no strike count. Runner at first is Martin, who reached on a single. Aceves holds him on over there. Brito from the stretch sets at the belt, checks on the runner. Now he'll kick and fire to the plate. Fastball. Runner goes up firing is Tejeda, and the throw going to be a little bit in front as the sweep tag by Garcia. Not in time. It'll be a stolen base on ball number 2, and so it's a 2-0 count, and now a runner in scoring position for Clovis. So the 2-ball, no strike count for Jordan. Clovis trying to get something going here in the second. As Jordan will settle back in, Brito checks on the runner at second. Now he comes to the plate. Fastball swung on, and that one is hit high in the air to deep left center. Going back is Nava. He makes the grab about 3/4 of the way back and then airmails it in, but there to back it up is Salinas. And so Jordan gives it a ride, but comes up empty on the fly out to left. And there is one down and leaves the runner stranded at second, more importantly. So it'll reset the count and reset the batter is now Jonathan Usry, the catcher, number 17. Will step in for the Purple Cats from Clovis. Oh, the runner at second is Martin getting a big lead over there. Salinas over keeping him honest. Brito will check on him. And he'll come off the mound. He'll fire over, and that one gets in and out of the glove of Salinas. Fortunately, knocks it down, and it falls at his feet. So the pickoff attempt no good. Almost disaster. Brito rushed the throw just a little bit. But they are definitely aware of Martin over there at second. So Usry at the plate, and the first pitch will be in there, called strike 1. No balls, 1 strike to the catcher, Usry. Lovington's defensive alignment, of course, Brito and Tejeda are the battery. As the 0-1 is going to miss high, evens up the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. Infield first to third, Aceves, Salinas, Garcia, Tavera. Outfield left to right, Nava, Sanchez, and Parra. Brito slowing down a little bit. He comes set at the letters. Checks the runner at second. Now he'll kick the 1-1 to the plate. Took something off of that one. Runner goes. Good throw and in and out of the glove of the third baseman, Tavera, and it'll be the second stolen base. And now Clovis has their first potential run just 90 feet away from pay dirt. Oh, and it's a 2 ball, 1 strike count at the plate for Usry. So Brito, he'll check on the runner now. He'll kick and fire the 2-1 pitch outside. That'll be ball 3. The thing that kind of plagued the Cats in their game against Hobbs last week, giving up way too many walks between the 3 combined pitchers. I have to go back and look at my numbers for sure. I want to say it was 6 walks in the 5-inning game. So it's a 3-1 count. Don't want to lose him, and that one will be swung on and foul tipped back to the screen, so that'll run the count full to the number 6 hitter, Usry. Roman Galvan waits on deck. Martin stands at third. Single to lead off the inning, then stole second and stole third. So pretty good speed for the right fielder for Clovis. Outfield for the Blue Cats of Lovington, our Wildcats. Played pretty well straight away, about 3/4 of the way back. The payoff pitch swung on, and that one will be right back up the middle. Not able to glove it. Getting it is Garcia, and he bobbles it, and that will get the run home. Usry going to get the RBI anyway, but it will be an E6, which leads him to leave to get to first. So it would have been a close play at the plate, but the E6 scores Usry, and we will have a courtesy runner check into the game. Let me double check my roster here. That'll be Lawson checking into courtesy run for the catcher. So now Roman Galvan will step in, a run home for Clovis on the little comebacker and then the fielding error. So now Galvan, the left fielder, in. Brito from the stretch checks on the runner. He'll come back. Aceves puts the tag on. Back in safely on the slide was Lawson. 1-0 Clovis, 1 down here in this top of the second inning. That was the righty Galvan. Settles back in. Pretty neutral stance towards the front of the box. Curveball, whoa, low bridge. As ducking under ball 1 is Galvan. Oh, it's a 1 ball, no strike count. Outfield playing pretty well straight away. Sanchez maybe a couple of steps over into left center. Left fielder Nava a little bit deeper. Has the 1-0 pitch, and that one will be up high for ball 2. Oh, it's a 2 ball, no strike count. Brito having a little bit of trouble here in the early part of the second. There is 1 down, but a run in, a runner at first. Aceves holds on Lawson and the kick and the pitch, and that one is going to be in there. Yes, sir. That'll be strike 1. So a 2 ball, 1 strike count. The Lovington Wildcats trailing Clovis by a score of 1-0. 1 down here in the top of the second inning. Aceves will hold Lawson on over at first. Brito will check on him. Runner goes as the line in the pitch, and that one will hit and run. It is going to be into the chest of the shortstop Garcia. He'll only get the 1, but he gets the lead man. So score that one, the ground out to the shortstop, and there are 2 away. Galvan will reach. Won't be a single. It'll be scored a fielder's choice. So pretty much in the same situation we were before. Coach Cruz putting on the hit and run right there. And Galvan executing, but right to where Garcia was standing for the Cats. So now Molina, the second baseman, steps in. Right at the front of the box, and the line and the pitch in there, called strike 1. So no balls, 1 strike to the number 8 hitter Molina. Runner at first is Galvan. He'll get a pretty good lead. The Cats not really holding him on. Aceves keeping him honest. And the 0-1 runner goes, and the throw, that one is going to be in front of the runner as Garcia comes over and will make the grab. But that'll be the 3rd stolen base of the inning for Clovis. Something to note when they play Hobbs later this year. Looks like Clovis going to try and use speed this year, as opposed to trying the power game like they normally do. Molina back in. It's a 1-1 count. As Brito, the hesitation, swung on and missed. Got him out in front with the curveball. So 1-2 now the count. Ball gets away from the pitcher Brito. Tavera will come over and get it. And it'll stay close enough that the runner at second, Galvan, know where he can go, so he'll have to stay stapled to the bag at second. Molina back in with a 1-2 count. As Brito coming up, going to fake the throw over, sliding back in is Galvan. Cats paying a lot of attention to base runners here early. And the line and the pitch swung on and missed. Ring him up, sit him down. It is the third K of the ball game for Brito, but Clovis manages to scratch a run across. We have played an inning and a half. It's Clovis 1, Lovington nothing. We'll be back. This is Wildcat Baseball from the Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports. Welcome back. Wildcat Baseball from the Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and also on the Lovington Sports tab at HobbsAmerica.com. I'm TJ Miracle. Our broadcast absolutely free to watch, courtesy of our great Wildcat supporters, including the good folks at Empire Services. For all of your oil field service needs, call the good folks at Empire Services. Also brought to you by Devon Energy, great supporters of all Lee County athletics. The good folks at Devon Energy say, go Cats. And Wildcat Sports also brought to you by the good folks at the Now Pharmacy, your hometown pharmacy for all these many decades. The good folks at Now Pharmacy, proud supporters of Wildcat Sports. It's 1-0 on the Now Pharmacy scoreboard in favor of Clovis. 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error by the Cats, and 1 left on base. We start the second. It'll be Jordy Tavera to the plate. Tavera 0 for 1. He did get a walk in that game against Hobbs. So it'll be 4, 5, and 6. Tavera, Sevis, and Sanchez due up for Lovington here in their half of the second. So bottom of the second underway as Jordan looks in. We are ready to go as Tavera, the slightly open stance, the wind in the first pitch. Little breaker pitch. Little 9-3 action on that. It'll be ball 1. So 1 ball, no strikes the count. Leadoff man this inning is Tavera, the cleanup man for Lovington. Jordan will kick and fire. That fastball will be in there knee high. Yes, sir. He gives up the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. So it's a 1 ball, 1 strike count. As Tavera steps out a minute, now he settles back in the open stance. Right foot right at the very back of the box. Usry sets up a little bit on the outside. And the 1-1 pitch on the way. Fastball swung on, hit right off the handle. Molina going to charge in for it. He'll boot it, get it in time, and fire over to Jimenez. 4-3 for out number 1. We just can't buy a break, it seems, through the first 5+ innings of this season, 6+ innings of this season. Molina bobbles it, but doesn't get very far away. Tavera not the best speed out there. He hustled down the line pretty good that time, though. So now Jonathan Aceves, the first baseman, steps into the plate. Aceves 0 for 2 in the game against Hobbs. And the first pitch from Jordan will be outside, ball 1. Now it's a 1 ball, no strike count. 1 down, bottom of the second inning. Lovington trailing Clovis 1-0. If you're the Cats, you just want to keep this one close. And the 1-0 pitch from Jordan to Usry, and that one will be off the outside corner for ball 2. A 2 ball, no strike count. And back in and ready to go is Aceves. Sanchez waits on deck. Now Jordan going to slow his roll a little bit. Now he'll kick and fire with the 2-0, and it'll be low and in. 3 balls, no strikes. Lovington needing base runners. doing a nice job waiting for the pitches they want. Just hadn't managed to barrel one up yet. So with 3-0 count, we'll see if Aceves has the green light as Jordan kicks and fires, and that fastball will miss outside. It'll be ball 4, and Lovington will have their first base runner of the ball game here in the bottom of the second inning. So that'll bring the number 6 hitter, I should say, who also wears number 6, Gilbert Sanchez. He is the center fielder. Sanchez 0 for 2 against Hobbs last weekend. But it is a new day here. So the runner at first is Aceves. He'll be held on by Jimenez. Not a huge lead for Jonathan over there. Put Jordan in the stretch. He'll check the runner, kick and fire. And that'll be a fastball outside for ball 1. Sanchez up there like, yeah, I'm going to make you throw me a strike. You hadn't thrown one yet. At least not in this half inning. It'll be ball 1. Still a 1-ball, no strike count. Aceves with a little lead off of first. Jordan will check him now, kick and fire, and that fastball will be inside for ball 2. I mentioned Brito having a little command trouble in the top of the second. Looks like maybe it is rubbed off on Jordan for the Cats from Clovis. Outfield deep and straight away. Molina shading slightly over towards second. Maybe looking at the double play as the line in the pitch is showing bunt, pulling it back is Sanchez, but it's in there for a called strike 1. Well, with 2-ball, 1 strike count, Sanchez with pretty good speed. Not the worst idea in the world to try and lay a bunt down and see if you can leg it out. Oh, it's a 2-ball, 1 strike count. Jordan will check on the runner at first. Runner goes. Aceves takes off. The throw from Usry down to second. And it's going to be not in time and in front of the runners. And so Aceves with the stolen base for the Wildcats. And now Lovington with the runner in scoring position. As if they say, deja vu all over again. 1 down, runner in scoring position. Sounds like what we had in the last half inning. And a bad throw back as tagging up will be the runner, Aceves, and he'll go on the throwing error. And the throw from the center fielder, Wielder, not nearly in time. And so just a little oopsie on the return throw. And so an error will get the run 90 feet away for the Wildcats from tying this one up. It's a 3-ball, 1 strike count at the plate to Sanchez. A 3-1 to Sanchez. He steps out, looks down at Coach Deck in the third base coaching box. Now he'll settle back in. Runner at third is Aceves. Stole the base, advanced on an error. Usry down, given the signs. Jordan has what he wants. Looks over at Aceves at third. Now come to the plate with the 3-1 curveball in there, called strike 2. 3 balls, 2 strikes. That will fill them up. Pretty good crowd on hand here on a gorgeous afternoon for baseball from Lovington, New Mexico. Of course, baseball and softball supposed to be a doubleheader with baseball then softball, but we were informed a few minutes before the game started that softball, the JV game, had been canceled. Not enough girls, and so they went right into the varsity game. That's available on the Lee County News and Sports Channel as the payoff pitch, and that one is going to be in there. Strike 1, and actually that is Nava up there, and so Sanchez out on strike 3. I apologize. I got a little off somewhere. You know me. You know I'm generally off anyway. Strike 1 to Nava. Runner at third is Aceves. You want to be able to cash him in. Now Nava kicks, and that one's going to get away from the catcher Usry. It'll go back into the brick retaining wall, and on the passed ball, Aceves will tie this ball game up at 1 apiece as the Cats are on the board. So the wild pitch will score the run. And we are tied at 1 apiece. So 1-1 the score, bottom of the second, 2 away for Lovington. As Nava will settle back in. Number 7 hitter. So Jordan back to the regular wind and the 1-1 pitch. Curveball swung on, and that one will be drilled back into the net. And it'll be strike 2. Oh, 1-ball, 2 strike count. Sorry if I'm a little behind on the scoring bug. Try and keep it up just as fast as I can. A 1-ball, 2 strike count. Nava the hitter, the score tied at 1 here in the second. Usry sticks the left leg out. Now pulls it back in, and the wind and the pitch swung on and missed as he got him with the curveball. And that'll be strike 3, but Lovington scratches a run together. We head to the third, all tied at 1. This is Lovington Wildcat Baseball from the Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports. Welcome back to Lovington Wildcat Baseball from the Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports. I'm TJ Miracle. Lovington gets one run on no hits. One error committed by Clovis, and nobody left on base for the Wildcats in their half of the second. We go to the third, all tied at 1. And for Clovis, it'll be their number 9 hitter, Anthony Garcia, 9-1-2, due up. So Garcia, the shortstop, steps in, and the first pitch will be in there, called strike 1. No balls, 1 strike is the count. Brito still on the hill for the Cats, working quickly as the 0-1 pitch swung on and gets a piece of that one and drills it down into the plate, and then it'll bounce back into the retaining wall, and Brito quickly ahead of the number 9 hitter, Garcia. No balls and 2 strikes. Well, it's a no ball, 2 strike count. Tejeda gives the sign, and the 0-2 pitch, curveball. That one will be a little bit high. Garcia was 3 inches taller. It would have been strike 3. As it is, it's ball 1. So 1 ball, 2 strike count for the shortstop, Garcia. Brito works quickly, and the pitch, curveball, swung on and missed. Ring him up and sit him down. That is K number 4 for Brito, and it'll cycle back around to the top of the Clovis lineup with Zach Wheeler. Wheeler led off the game with a 3-pitch strikeout as they go around the horn. Here in the top of the third, all tied at 1. I'm TJ Miracle. Thanks for being a part of it wherever you are. Here in southeast New Mexico, West Texas, and around the world, as Brito kick and fire swung on, and that one is going to be drilled to just this side of the Wildcat dugout for strike 1. Looked like Wheeler was waiting on that off-speed pitch. Got what he wanted, got around on it just a little bit soon. As the 0-1 pitch on the way from Brito, he sweeps that one, and it's outside, evens the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. So the 1 ball, 1 strike count. Wheeler back in, and Brito picking up the pace, and the 1-1 pitch swung on, and that one is heading to the parking lot. And didn't hear any glass breaking, so just strike 2. Oh, 1 ball, 2 strike count to the leadoff hitter, Wheeler, the center fielder for Clovis. Neutral stance, and the 1-2 curveball swung on, and Q shots that one right off the end of the bat. It'll squirrel over towards the Clovis dugout, and we'll reset at 1-2. Tejeda will go retrieve it, get it back to Diego at the mound, and he'll trot on over. With Brito, I think he's a little bit better, a little bit more under control when he's working faster, and he's ready to go as soon as he gets the sign, and ooh, whoopsie, that one slipped. And it's 2-2. It happens from time to time. So the 2 ball, 2 strike count. He didn't have a good grip on that. 2-2 delivery. That fastball gets away from Tejeda. Going to bounce off the retaining wall and right back to him. Nobody on, so no harm, no foul. But it does load the count up with 1 out here in the top of the third inning. So 3-2 the count to Wheeler. Outfield about halfway back, straight away. And the wind and the payoff pitch is going to be in the dirt. Ball 4. And so with 1 away, the leadoff man, Wheeler, will walk. Well, the number 1 hitter in the lineup. He didn't lead off the inning. You know what I'm trying to say. Joseph Albert, the number 2 place hitter, third this inning. And the third baseman will step to the plate. Runner at first is Wheeler. Center fielder, you got to think, with pretty good speed. Aceves will hold him on. He gets about a 2-step lead over there in the pickoff play, and sliding back in safely is Wheeler under the tag of Aceves. One down here in the third inning. Wildcat baseball from Noir Digital, One Radio Square Sports, and the pitch, and that one is in there. Took a little bit off of that one for strike one. Brito has moved into the stretch. Slowed down just a little because he has to keep an eye on the runner. Wheeler over at first. He'll check on him, and he'll come to the plate and showing the bunt and laying down a butte right down the first baseline as Brito gets to it and fires over in time to Aceves. 1-3 for out number 2. But it will be a sacrifice as it'll get Wheeler down to second. So Clovis playing a little small ball through the early portions of this one. So now the number 3 hitter, Johnny Jimenez, the first baseman, will step in. He struck out looking back in the first. So now a runner at second, but there are 2 down. You worry less about him than you do about the guy at the plate. Brito will look at the runner. Now he'll come off and he'll sidearm one, and that one is going to go all the way into center field. It'll be a throwing error, and that'll get Wheeler over to third on the error on the pickoff attempt. So the error will move a man 90 feet closer. Now you've really got to just not worry so much about the runner at third with 2 outs and just concentrate on the man at the plate. 2 outs, I'd almost recommend not worrying about him on the last one. As the wind in the pitch to Jimenez, that'll be off the handle and down as Coach Cruz boots it. Tavera will go corral it out in left field. It'll be strike one. No balls, 1 strike the count. There are 2 down here in the top of the third inning. Game knotted at 1 apiece between the Wildcats of Clovis and our Lovington Wildcats. As the 0-1 pitch swung on, and that one will be a line shot. That one is going to go right to the left fielder, Nava, who comes in, and that one got on him in a hurry. It's almost like that one took a little sail, but he gets it, and so no damage done. Clovis puts a man on and moves him to third, but can't move him to home. We've played 2.5. It's Clovis 1, Lovington 1. This is Wildcat Baseball from Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports. Welcome back to Wildcat Baseball from Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports. I'm TJ Miracle. This afternoon's game proudly presented by the good folks at Bob's Thriftway, the Lee County Electric Cooperative, and Lovington Auto Supply. On the Now Pharmacy scoreboard, we are all tied at 1. Clovis in their half of the third. No runs, no hits, 1 error committed by the Cats of Lovington. 1 runner left on base. So we head to the bottom of the third. It'll be 8-9-1 due up for Lovington. It'll be Nick Parra. Yeah, here's Salinas and Diego Brito. Of course, great to have you with us wherever you are here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel, and also, of course, on HobbsAmerica.com, the Lovington tab there at Hobbs America. Of course, after this, the Cats will have a couple days off before they'll head to Ruidoso on Saturday. We will not have that game for you on Saturday. Our next Wildcat game will be on May the 11th. That'll be next Tuesday as the Hobbs Eagles come here to town for our half of the home and home. So Parra will step in as Jordan looks into Usry, gets the sign, kicks and fires to Parra, and that one will be outside, ball 1. Well, 1 ball, no strike count. Parra had the 1 hit for Lovington against Hobbs, singled to left in the third inning against the Hobbs Eagles. He's 1 for 2 is the line of the pitch, and that one is up and away, ball 2 to Parra. 2 balls, no strikes, bottom of the third, all tied at 1. Jordan having just a little bit of command problems in the third, or in the second. Let's see how he comes out in the third. And the 2-1, and that one will be outside, ball 3. I'm going to learn my inside, my outside before the end of the season. I promise you, it's been a couple of years since baseball, other than the one last weekend as the wind shifts, blows in slightly in the 3-0 pitch, and the take sign on all the way, and it'll be high for ball 4. And so Parra, the speedy right fielder, works the leadoff walk, and that'll bring here Salinas, the second baseman, to the plate. Salinas 0 for 1 against Hobbs. As Usry will take a moment, go out, wants to have a word with Jordan. Parra over at first. Jimenez will hold him on over there. Nobody down, runner on for the Wildcats. As Jordan going to take a little more time now. He'll set just a touch lower, looks in, gets the sign, the kick and the pitch. Fastball is in there, strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Of course, the Lovington Lady Cats also playing this afternoon. Originally scheduled for 6:30 because of no JV game. Moved to 4:30. That's also on the Lovington Sports tab at Hobbs America. Just scroll down a little, or on the Lee County News and Sports YouTube channel. 0-1 pitch in the dirt. Nice job by Usry, and he'll throw it down to first. And Parra, who was almost caught napping over there, gets back safely, but a dangerous play. A 1-ball, 1-strike count. Is Usry going to go out and have another word with his battery mate Jordan? Well, looks like maybe talking about some signs, or maybe about a possible pickoff attempt on Parra over at first. And now Jordan going to step off again. Looks like Clovis trying to slow the game down a little bit. So now we're back to it as Jordan reascends the hill. Parra with only about a half-step lead over at first. Jimenez holds him on. Jordan will kick and fire, showing bunt, and it'll be a little pop-up. It'll die right in front of the plate. On his horse, heading over is the runner, and is going around is Parra. He heads to third, and he'll be in safely at third. So Salinas is out 2-3 for out number 1, but heads up base running by Parra. I thought he was going to slow up, and he did slow up between second and third, but finally turned the jets back on and gets over there. So it's a sac bunt for Salinas, and that'll bring the top of the Lovington lineup back to the dish. So Brito grounded out to Molina. He's 0 for 1. He does that here, though. It'll get a run home and give Lovington the lead, their first of the season. 1 away as Jordan will check the runner. Now he kicks and fires home, and that one is going to be high to Diego, ball 1. Oh, 1-ball, no strike count. Brito at the plate. Outfield playing fairly deep. Infield is in. I think they're going to try and cut off the run on anything that's not just a rocket shot. As the 1-0 to Brito, and that one's going to be high for ball 2. I agree with the thinking between pulling everybody in, but I'd almost rather concede the run because you might wind up with a double or even a triple, because Diego can definitely get a hold of one here. And not as much time to react. 2-0 delivery as Brito will watch that one letter high on the outside corner, strike 1. 2-ball, 1-strike count. To Brito with a runner at third. That is Parra. Parra had the leadoff walk, then moved around to third on a sac bunt. The line and the pitch swung on. That one is going to be poked into shallow right field. Going back is the first baseman Jimenez. Can't get to it as Martin will come over and corral it and toss it in before Parra can tag up and head home. So it is a long strike 2 to Brito at the plate. Luis Garcia waits in the on-deck circle and an infield pop-out back in the first. 2-2 to Brito at the plate, though. As Jordan sets, gets his sign, checks the runner, and comes to the plate with the 2-2 curveball swung on, hit in the air to shallow center field, and that one is going to fall in front of Wheeler, and it'll be an RBI single for Diego Brito. Wheeler keeps running. I think he gets that one, but we'll take it. It's an RBI single for Brito, and the Lovington Wildcats take a 2-1 lead over the Clovis Wildcats. Still just one down. Runner at first is now Garcia will step in. The lefty in the Lovington lineup will settle in the open stance. Brito with pretty good speed over there. Gets about a step lead. He'll cheat off a little more as the fastball runs inside to Garcia. Ball one. 1-0 the count. Lovington trying to break things open with one out here in the bottom of the third and a 2-1 lead. Gorgeous afternoon for baseball. Sun is shining, not a lot of wind. And great temps as Brito goes, as that one will be in there for a strike. And Diego will steal second, throw way behind. So the stolen base, and Lovington has a man in scoring position. Well, Brito, the pitcher, does his own running. They do have the option, of course, of putting a pinch runner in for the pitcher and the catcher. Coach Deck choosing to let Diego run for himself. 1-1 count to Garcia at the plate. Shortstop. I'm going to pay a little more attention. I don't think he plays in the field lefty, but he hits lefty. As the 1-1 pitch, that curveball going to hang up high. That'll be ball two. Be careful when you hang those things. You hang that about a foot lower, and Garcia's going to tag it. So a 2-ball, 1-strike count. Brito, pretty good lead over there. Nobody really keeping him that close. That one's going to get away from the catcher, Usry. It goes under him and behind him. He has a little trouble finding it. And on the passed ball, Brito will move down to third. Now another run just potentially 90 feet away for Lovington. It is a 2-ball, 2-strike count to Garcia at the plate. So now very important for Garcia. He's got a pitch he can put in play to do exactly that. Jordan still from the stretch, looks at Brito, and the 2-2 pitch swung on, and strike three swung on and missed, so there are two down. Third strikeout of the game for Jordan. And it'll bring the number 3 hitter, Victor Tejeda, to the plate. Get a pretty hot shot over to Albert in the first inning at third. Albert corralled it and got it to first just in time. So Tejeda steps in. Runner at third is Brito. Albert shading a little over towards the line. Keep him honest, and the first pitch is up and away, ball one. 1-0 the count. At the plate, Victor Tejeda. Lovington leading 2-0, or rather 2-1 over Clovis. Home opener this shortened 2021 baseball season. 1-2 pitch in the dirt. Ball two. So a 2-ball, no strike count. Mentioning earlier, the Lovington Lady Cats also playing HobbsAmerica.com. And on YouTube, they're on the on the Lee County News and Sports YouTube channel. Find that on all of your devices and your smart TVs. Next pitch, fastball, letter high, outside corner, strike one. Of course, do give your favorite team's channel a like on the YouTube if you're watching there. We would certainly appreciate that. However and wherever you're watching, we definitely appreciate it. As the 2-1 pitch swung on, and that one is off the end of the bat and back into the screen. Evens the count at 2-2 to Tejeda. It's a lot of T's in there. 2-2 Tejeda with 2 outs. Downfield playing about halfway back, maybe 2/3. Fairly straight away. Albert shading slightly over towards third for Clovis. Everybody else pretty much at their normal positions. 2-2 pitch and reaching for it. Gets away from the catcher, Usry. He'll come up with it, get it on to first. And so it will be the strikeout, and then 2-3 for out number 3. But the Wildcats scratch another run across on their first hit. We head to the fourth. It's Lovington 2, Clovis nothing. This is Wildcat Baseball from the Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports. For the Lovington Wildcats in their half of the third, they get 1 run on 1 hit, no errors committed by Clovis. and one runner is left on base. We head to the fourth inning. Due up for Clovis. It'll be their 4, 5, and 6 hitters, Martin, Jordan, and Usry. I'm TJ Miracle. Wildcat Baseball is proudly presented by General Welding Supply. For all your welding supplies, go see the good folks at General Welding Supply, proud supporters of all Wildcat athletics. Also brought to you by the First American Bank of Lovington. Go see the good folks at First American Bank, the good folks, and David Campbell. Yeah, David's a good guy. You'll like him. He'll treat you just like family. He'll take care of your money, too. Your local hometown bank, First American Bank. And also by the Lovington Schools. The Lovington Schools supporting all Lovington athletes and activities and all students throughout the district. Go Wildcats from the Lovington Schools. Proud to have them as part of the family. We're also very thankful they are letting Walmart Digital Solutions, One Radio Square, be the official varsity video provider for Wildcat Sports. And, of course, as we have great support, we get to bring those to you for free. So Martin will step in. He singled and scored back in the second inning. He's 1 for 1, and the first pitch will be outside, and that'll be ball 1. Well, 1 ball, no strike count. Brito works quickly, kicks and fires. Little three-quarter delivery there and gets Martin out in front. Evens count 1-1. So the 1 ball, 1 strike count. Lovington up 2-1. Scratching a run across in the second, 1 in the third. As the wind and the pitch, and that one took something off of it, and it breaks on the outside corner. Called strike 2. Nice pitch there from Diego. Tejeda behind the plate, keeping the pace up, as is Brito on the mound. He is ready to go as soon as he gets the ball back. 1-2 pitch, curveball. That one going to get away from Tejeda, but nobody on, so no harm, no foul on the pass ball. Evens count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. So it's a 2 ball, 2 strike count outfield for the Cats. Sanchez playing the deepest. He's about 2/3 of the way back. Parra about 2/3 back and right. 2-2 pitch. That one's going to be low and away. Ball 3, and that'll load him up for the leadoff batter in this inning, the cleanup hitter, Martin. Martin steps out back in. Pitcher looks to help his own cause. 3-2 pitch on the way from Brito, and the payoff, and that one's going to be low and away. Ball 4. And so Martin will work the walk. He's on for the second time today. So that'll bring the pitcher. Martin was the pitcher. Jordan's actually the pitcher. He flew out to left, so he's 0 for 1. Gotta watch Martin over at first. He had 2 stolen bases back in the second inning. He can definitely move. And now the pitcher, Jordan, will settle in. Pretty good lead on first for Martin. Brito kicks and fires. Fastball swung on. That one is drilled to deep center field. Going over and making the grab is Sanchez, and he will fire it back in quickly. And that is going to keep Martin stapled to first. And so the fly out to center. Nice job by Sanchez. And there is 1 away here in this top of the 4th inning. That one might have hung up in the wind just a little bit, but Sanchez, good speed, had a long way to run, got there before it could drop. So now Usry will step in. Reached on an error and had an RBI, and the throw down to second, not going to be in time. Almost batter interference there. It'll be the 3rd stolen base of the game for Martin. And it's ball 1 to Usry at the plate. So the catcher trying to help out. Puts the toes right on the line and the pitch, and that one's going to be behind Usry. Ball 2. Brito's had a couple kind of get away from him this afternoon. No damage done, though. Runner at second is Martin. Had a leadoff walk, stole the base, so that's how he gets to second. Fly out by Jordan for 1 out. Now Usry at the plate. 2-0 pitch, and Diego will pop off the mound and fake the runner. Martin back over. Salinas was covering. Wind shifting just a little bit, starting to blow in just a little bit harder. And the pitch, fastball, yes sir, inside corner. And it's a 2 ball, 1 strike count. Pulled that one in tight. Nice pitch there from Brito. Oh, it's a 2-1 count. Lovington with the 2-1 lead. And the pitch swung on, and it'll be a little chop shot towards second. Salinas comes over, gobbles it up, fires it over to Aceves at first. 4-3 for out number 2. Martin will move down to third. But now there's 2 away. All right, we saw this earlier in the afternoon. Maybe don't worry quite so much about the guy at third, and let's worry about the guy at the plate. It'll be Roman Galvan, 0 for 1, reached on a fielder's choice. Stole the base back in the second inning. So he'll settle into the right side box as Brito kicks and fires that fastball outside. Ball 1. So a 1-ball, no strike count. Runner at third is Martin. Stole second. Moved over on the ground out to third. And the 1-0 is in there. And now it's 1-1. So a 1-ball, 1-strike count to the hitter Galvan. Brito checks the runner, now comes to the plate. Whoa, that one sweeps outside. Ball 2. Got to be a little careful when you drop into that 3/4 almost sidearm action. Sometimes you get a little more movement on that than you really want. It's 2-ball, 1-strike count to Galvan, and the pitch, that breaker is just high. Ball 3. I do like this umpire, though. He's very emotive, and you know exactly what's going on. Which in your eyesight's getting as bad as mine. And no, there's no umpire joke there. It's nice to see sometimes. 3-1 pitch, and oh yeah, that was in there. Little check, Galvan thought about it, and it'll run the count full with 2 down. So 3-2. Full count, Galvan at the plate, 2 down. Brito sets, checks the runner at third. Now he'll kick and fire. That sweeping curveball will go outside, and so the second walk of the inning puts Clovis at the corner, and a throw down to second as trying to get a little cute. Did they get him? And no, they are going to say he's safe at second. And so Galvan just keeps running and goes around to second. Lovington got caught napping. There's a good throw over. Garcia put the tag on, but Galvan just beating it there by about a half step. So now Coach Deck going to go out. He wants to talk to Brito for a moment. So while we've got a moment, got to say thank you to everybody watching and, of course, the good folks who make Wildcat Sports possible from the Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports. Our next streamcast for the Wildcats will be next Tuesday, a week from today, right back here at Wildcat Field. The Hobbs Eagles coming to town. Lovington going to be looking for a little revenge on that. And they will move the runner back to second. Oh, we just came over to talk to the first base coach a minute. So now runners at second and third, but there are 2 down for Clovis. And now it'll be Molina stepping in. He struck out back in the second to end the second. Brito would like a similar result here. So there's 2 down as Brito kicks and fires, swung on. That one will be on the ground. Garcia charges up at short, gets it, fires over to first, and it is airmailed and ice cream coned, and it pulled the feet of Aceves off the bag. And so it'll score Martin from third, and we are tied at 2 apiece. So 2-2 as Molina gets on. That was going to be a very tough play. It was a slow roller, and so go ahead and give Molina the RBI single. And it'll move Galvan down to third. That was a tough play. It would have been very close. So, yep, they're going to go ahead and give him the RBI single. He double-checked that. Nope, the official scorer is actually going to call that an E6. So that will not be an earned run. It'll wipe the RBI off. So that'll be the third error for the Cats. Or is it just the second? Let me count. No, that is the third error for the Cats. They have 2 on the board. I have 3 in the book. And it looks like that may do it for Diego Brito. So everybody rallying up, and with the pitching change, we'll take a timeout. This is Wildcat Baseball from the Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports. with the pitching change, we are tied at 2-2. We're in the top of the fourth inning. Clovis in town to take on our Wildcats. New pitcher for the Wildcats, it'll be Jonathan Aceves. He saw some action against Hobbs. Didn't have the best of afternoons, but so the first baseman will come over and take his warm-ups. Brito will move over to first. So resetting your defense for the Cats. Aceves on the hill. Tejeda still catching. And you've got Brito, Salinas, Garcia, Tavera around the infield, first to third. Nava, Sanchez, and Parra from left to right. The inning started off with a walk by Josh Martin. He then stole a base and then managed to score on a ground out by Jonathan Usry. The second batter of the inning, Jordan, flew out to deep center. A good play by Sanchez out there. Then the aforementioned ground out by Usry, which did score the run, so he gets the RBI. Then a walk by Galvan. He immediately swiped second. A little inattention on the part of the Cat defense. And then Molina reaches on an E6, which will score the run. Yeah, actually it was the error that scored the run. Martin at third. There we go. I've got it all right, and that moved Galvan to third. All right, I think I've got my book as clear as mud, or as clear as it ever gets, if I can make out my own handwriting, which is sometimes quite the proposition. But I can tell you for a 100% fact, it'll be Anthony Garcia, the shortstop, stepping in. He will be the first hitter to face off against Aceves. So the right-hander, pretty good stuff. Not an overwhelming fastball, but he's got a pretty good breaking ball and can use it pretty effectively. So he continues to take his warm-up tosses. So now Tejeda will go out. He'll have a quick word with him as we get ready to get back underway with the number 9 hitter Garcia stepping in. All tied at 2 apiece here at Wildcat Field on this gorgeous Tuesday afternoon for baseball. I'm TJ Miracle. Normally Dawn Morgan to be alongside. She's over at Lady Wildcat Park for Lovington softball this afternoon. So back to it as Molina leads off first. Leading off at third is Galvan. Aceves will set right at the belt, and he'll make a pickoff attempt. So that gets him used to tossing over. Gets Brito working with the first baseman's leather. And maybe just wanted one more warm-up toss. Hey, whatever it is, it works for me. So Garcia at the plate, the number 9 hitter. Aceves, another pickoff attempt, fakes it. Now he'll throw over to third as Tavera gloves it as Galvan back over there standing up. And the Cats with 2 outs, a little bit worried about the men on base instead of the man at the plate. Let's try and get out of this with no more damage done. All tied at 2. So Aceves will look into Tejeda. Pretty good lead over at first for Molina, and the wind and the pitch. That fastball going to be in the dirt, ball 1. 1 ball, no strike count. Run across for Clovis. Tied the game 2 apiece here in the top of the 4th inning. Both teams 2 runs on 1 hit. 3 errors for the Wildcats, none for Clovis. Stolen base and a walk. What did it for them as the 1-0 pitch swung on, and that one's heading to the parking lot. No glass breaking, so evens the count at 1-1. Even if glass was breaking, it would still even the count at 1-1. Please don't hit the gold ML. So the 1 ball, 1 strike count. There is 2 down. All tied at 2. Been a pretty entertaining afternoon for baseball. 2-1-1 pitch on the way, and that one nips the outside corner. Great pitch there from Aceves. Well placed. Well framed by Tejeda, too. It was a strike either way. Strike 2. It's a 1 ball, 2 strike count. There is 2 down. The Cats trying to get out of a little bit of a jam. Runners on the base paths are the property of Brito as the runner goes to second in the line in the pitch, and that one swung on and popped up behind first base. Brito on the run, and that one is going to fall into foul ground as trying a little hit and run. I think Coach Cruz is playing the speed game. You might almost expect him to try a squeeze of some sort here. There's 2 outs. You probably wouldn't try the safety squeeze, but you've got the speedy Garcia at the plate. I want to try a suicide squeeze. I don't know. might be a bit risky with the game tied at 2 and only in the 4th inning. There is a reason that I am sitting up here and am not down on the field. Runner goes again in the 2-2 pitch. That one is up high as a snap throw down to third. Tavera gets it and sliding back in at third is Galvan, and it went whoop-de-whoop around almost like a merry-go-round on the base as he hit that one pretty hard. And we are tied at, or rather evens the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. So Molina with the stolen base gets him 90 feet closer, and it's a 2-2 count to Garcia at the plate. 2-2 pitch, and that one is in there. Yes, sir. Ring him up and sit him down. So the Cats in a bit of a jam, but get out of it with the Aceves taking over on the hill. But Clovis scratches a run across. We've played 3.5. We're all tied at 2. This is Wildcat Baseball from New Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports. For Clovis in their half of the 4th inning, they get 1 run on no hits, a Wildcat error, and they leave 2 runners on base. We head to the bottom of the 4th. It'll be 4, 5, and 6 due up for Lovington. Jordy Tavera, Jonathan Aceves, and Gilbert Sanchez. I'm TJ Miracle. Wildcat Baseball proudly brought to you by Empire Services. Good folks at Empire Services for all your oil field service needs. Call Empire. Also brought to you by Devon Energy. Devon Energy, proud supporters of all Lee County athletics. Devon Energy says, go Cats. And by the Now Pharmacy. Now Pharmacy, your local hometown pharmacy right here in Lovington. They've been here. You know them. You trust them. They know you and trust you. Now Pharmacy, great supporters of Wildcat athletics. All tied at 2 on the Now Pharmacy scoreboard. I'm TJ Miracle in the Lovington Auto Supply broadcast booth as we head to the 4th inning. So Tavera steps in 0 for 1. He also led off in the 2nd inning, grounded out to the second baseman. As still Jordan on the hill. Wind has shifted. It was blowing in pretty light. It has shifted from the right to the left. Still fairly light, only about 5 miles an hour. It's enough to kind of wave the flag out there a little bit. Beautiful sight out there in center field. As the throw down to second. And so now it'll be the third baseman, Tavera, to step in. So Tavera digs into the right side box. Puts that right foot right up on that back line. Measures out the plate with his composite bat. Opens the stance a little bit, and here we go. Jordan looks in, gets his sign from Ussery, and we are in the bottom of the 4th. And that fastball runs inside. It'll be ball 1. As I remember to reset the scoreboard on the video bug. 1 ball, no strikes. There we go. I got it right. Bottom of the 4th inning. The kick and the pitch, and that one is a fastball on the outside corner. Evens it up. 1 ball, 1 strike. So a 1 ball, 1 strike count to Tavera. The cleanup hitter for the Cats. Ussery down, sets up on the inside, and the 1-1 pitch. That's in the dirt, gets away from Ussery, bounces off the light blue retaining wall and right back between the legs of Ussery. Ball 2. Don't see that often, but you do see it occasionally with the concrete retaining walls. So it's a 2 ball, 1 strike count. Field in good shape here at Wildcat Field, and the 2-1 pitch curveball stays up high, and it'll be ball 3. Nice facilities here. Have to get with Coach Deck and Coach Areola, find out what the dimensions are to be sure. It's been too long since I knew. And the 3-1 pitch, and that one will be low and away, ball 4, as Tavera will work the leadoff walk. So Lovington in business here in the bottom of the 4th inning. So that'll bring the number 5 hitter, Aceves, to the plate. He walked, stole the base, and then scored on a wild pitch. It was Lovington's first run of the ball game. So Tavera, or rather Aceves, steps in. Now the pitcher trying to help his own cause And the first pitch will be in the dirt, and that'll be ball 1 to Estevez. Runner at first is Tavera. Jimenez holds him on over there. As Jordy takes a pretty good lead over there. Jordan from the stretch, as he normally is. Still sets high. And the 1-0 pitch, and that one is going to just miss outside. 2 balls, no strikes. No 2-ball, no strike count to Estevez. As timeout going to be taken. Ussery going to go out. He's going to have a discussion as Coach Cruz comes out too. Talk to his pitcher. So while we've got a moment, I'd like to say thanks to all the good folks who make Wildcat Sports possible. From New Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports, I'd like to thank all of those folks who make it possible for you to watch free of charge. A lot of schools, a lot of services charging to do this because of the Lovington schools granting us the rights and great community partners. Our streams are absolutely free, and we couldn't do it without good folks like Bob's Thriftway right here in Hobbs, the good Jameson family over at Bob's, local hometown grocery store, also the Lee County Electric Cooperative, powering Lee County, and, of course, Lovington Auto Supply. Get the Napa know-how. In the Lovington Auto Supply Napa know-how broadcast booth, I'm TJ Miracle. So, Conference of the Mound is over. It's a 2-ball, no-strike count to Estevez at the plate. And Ding Dong comes in and hits him. Not what Coach Cruz wanted, I would bet, after the discussion. So, a walk. And then the hit by pitch. And the Cats are in business with runners at first and second. And trotting down is Estevez. Umpire wants to make sure he's okay. He says, yeah, I'm fine. I think that one just got away from Jordan a little bit as Jonathan squared around a bunt. In fact, he almost pulled up a little bit on the mound. Yeah, Estevez not the one you would normally expect to see bunt. Let's just put it that way. So Sanchez, he'll settle in. 0 for 1. He struck out back in the second. But now the Cats threaten here in the fourth. Jordan will check his runners, and he'll show bunt, pulls it back. It's in there, strike 1. Oh, no balls, 1 strike to Sanchez, who showed bunt. Runner at first is Estevez. Runner at second is Tavera. Sanchez looks down to Coach Deck, gets his signs. As Jordan will set. Now he'll deliver the 1-0, and that one is a breaking ball. It's going to break, but not enough. It hangs inside and evens up the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. So a 1 ball, 1 strike count. Nobody out, and Lovington threatening here in the bottom of the fourth inning. 2 on, nobody out. Number 6 hitter Sanchez at the plate. Ussery gives the signs. Jordan delivers, and that one will be up high for ball 2. So a 2 ball, 1 strike count. You got to think that maybe, just maybe, if Jordan loses this hitter, that would be all for him. I think maybe Coach Cruz getting the hook ready. Nobody warming up that I can tell. And the pitch, and that one will be up high for ball 3. So it's a 3-1 count to Sanchez. Tavera over at second, getting a pretty good lead. Shading over is Molina, the second baseman, keeping an eye on him. Playing in on the cutout is Jimenez. And Estevez get a big lead. And the green light was on, and I'm thinking Sanchez probably swung over the top of ball 4. But it'll load him up. 3 balls, 2 strikes, full count. Now Gilbert will settle back into the right side box. Gets ready with the outfield playing about halfway back. And the line to the payoff pitch from Jordan swung on, and that is a line shot. That is going to go down the line and just foul, about 2 feet foul down that left field line. That had stand-up 2 RBI double written all over it. Instead, we'll reset and do it again. Sanchez was waiting on that pitch from Jordan, got exactly what he wanted and uncoiled on it. That might have, if it got a little roll to it, might have even had a triple on it, but stand-up RBI, 2 RBI doubles, what I'm thinking there, but instead we'll reset and we'll do 3 balls, 2 strikes again. Estevez at first, Tavera at second. Sanchez at the plate, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Jordan on the hill, kicks and fires the payoff pitch, and that one will be outside, ball 4. So a walk, a hit by pitch, and a walk, and that'll load them full of Lovington. And here comes Coach Cruz, and I think maybe the hook has come out for the starting pitcher, Jordan. He'll leave the game with a 2-2 tie. But he is responsible for all three cats on the hill with nobody out. And so, waiting to see for sure if Coach Cruz will take the ball. He did take the ball from him. It looked like Lawson moved into right field. So we'll set him up for you here in just a minute. Pitching change time, all tied at 2, bottom of the 4th. This is Wildcat Baseball from New Walmart Digital, 1 Radio Square Sports. Welcome back to Wildcat Baseball from New Walmart Digital and 1 Radio Square Sports here on the Lovington Sports tab at HobbsAmerica.com and on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. In the Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How broadcast booth, I'm TJ Miracle. We're all tied at 2 on the Now Pharmacy scoreboard. Bases are full of Wildcats. New pitcher coming in for Clovis. It will be Josh Martin. I've been trying to make him the pitcher all game, and so he finally is. As sitting down will be Jordan. He will stay in as the DH, and Lawson moves out to right field. So Martin and Usry are your battery. Jimenez, Molina, Garcia, Albert still first to third, and you've got Galvan, Wheeler, and now Lawson from left to right. You got Jordy Tavera standing at third, reached via the walk. Jonathan Aceves at second. He was hit by a pitch, and then Gilbert Sanchez worked a walk after a heck of a battle. So that'll bring Damian Nava to the plate. Nava struck out to end the second. He's 0 for 1, but a huge chance for Damian here to cash in some runs. The 3 runners out on the base paths for Lovington are all the responsibility of the starter, Jordan. So now the lefty will kick and fire, and that first pitch will be in there, called strike 1. So 1 ball, no strike count. Martin, the left-hander. Pretty sure he bats righty. And it's an 0-1 count. Everybody getting a pretty big lead as Martin will kick and fire fastball inside. Pretty good movement on that fastball, too. Evens the count at 1-1. So a little bit different look now for Clovis. Bases full of cats. Sanchez, Aceves, Tavares, first to third. For the Wildcats, a 1-1 count to Nava at the plate. Martin gets the sign, kicks and fires. Fastball swung on and missed. That'll be strike 2. Nava actually stepped out a little bit on that one and made that not quite long enough. Nava out, now back in. He trails in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. There is nobody away. Lovington love to cash in. Martin trying to keep that from happening. That one will be in the dirt. Couldn't get Nava to chase. Evens the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So Lovington with a golden opportunity here in the bottom of the 4th to break this one open. All tied at 2 against Clovis. Clovis's first game of the season. Lovington looking for their first win as the 2-2 pitch swung on. That'll be a little bloop shot as running in and just letting it fall, and bobbling it is Martin, and it'll score the run. As Tavera will come in, it almost acts like a squeeze bunt. It winds up being a pop-up. Martin and Usry not communicating, And Nava comes in. Let's see if they're going to give that as a hit or an error. That one was so confusing, and nobody called anybody. I'm going to call it an infield single. It's a bloop infield single and an RBI for Damian Nava. Moves everybody around. It scores Tavera. Aceves moves to third, Sanchez to second, and on the bloop RBI, it's 3-2 in favor of the Wildcats. So that'll bring Nick Parra to the plate. Parra walked and scored back in the third. And so the base is still juiced full of Lovington Wildcats. Parra, the number 8 hitter, of course the right fielder. Settles in as Martin has the sign he wants. He'll set at the belt, the high leg kick and the pitch, and that one will be inside. Ball 1 to Parra. 1 ball, no strike count as a timeout taken by Usry. He wants to talk about it. 3-2, Lovington in the lead on the Now Pharmacy scoreboard. From here at Wildcat Field. On a gorgeous day for baseball. So Parra out after the meeting of the minds at the mound breaks up. Aceves at third, Sanchez at second, Nava at first. Parra at the plate, it's a 1-0 count. Setting at the belt as Martin takes the big deep breath in the 1-0 pitch, and that one will be at the knees. Evens the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. So the 1 ball, 1 strike count. Wildcats, and the Cats in blue winning right now, 3-2. Martin, a deliberate worker, checks in. Finally gets what he wants from Usry. And the 1-1 pitch, and that one will be in the dirt. And that'll be ball 2. And actually, they called the infield fly rule on Nava. So he gets the bloop. But it will be out number 1. I was like, where is Nava over there? Is he hiding behind the pole? No. Called the infield fly rule. He still gets the RBI, though. And the wind and the pitch, and that'll be a shot into Garcia. He fires over to first. It's going to pull the first baseman off of the bag and making him tag him. Nice move there by Parra, as that'll give him the RBI. Aceves will score from third. Sanchez will move down to third. There's 2 down on the 6-3. But Parra will get the RBI, and Lovington goes up by a score of 4-2. Nice job by the Cats, scratching a couple across this inning. Tavares scored, Aceves has scored, now Sanchez at third. And that'll be Salinas. 0 for 0, had a sacrifice. Bunt his first time up, and the first pitch will be in there, called strike 1. 1 ball, no strike count to Salinas. Martin back to the regular wind. Sets the belt, and the lefty will kick and fire. That fastball, let her high. Strike 2. I think he's decided, along with Usry, maybe it's time to start just dealing and see what happens. But now he'll set high. Shakes off the catcher a couple of times. That's never a smart thing. On about the 4th series, gets what he wants. And the 0-2 pitch, and that one will run inside with the fastball. Ball 1. Don't think you'll have a Bull Durham situation where Usry will tell Salinas what's coming. It does happen, just generally not in high school. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count, 2 away, and the wind and the pitch swung on. It's a line shot, and it'll get over the head of a diving Molina. It'll get into right field. Lawson going to chase it all the way, almost to the track. On the horse is Salinas. He's rounding second. He's going to third. Throw from Garcia, and the slide in is in time. On the relay, it was 9-6-5 for out number 3, but it'll be an RBI double nevertheless for Salinas as Sanchez scores and will make it Lovington 5-2 as we head to the 5th. This is Wildcat Baseball from Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports. Welcome back to Wildcat Baseball from New Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and on the Lovington Sports tab at HobbsAmerica.com. Lovington breaks this one open on the Now Pharmacy scoreboard, leading 5-2 as they played 3 runs on just 1 hit. No errors committed and nobody left on by the Cats in their half of the 4th. All 3 of the runs they put across were earned on the starting pitcher, Martin. But that closes the book on Martin as he winds up giving up 5 earned runs on just, let me count here, make sure I'm correct, 5 earned runs on just 2 hits. The walks really got him in trouble. So we head to the 5th inning. It'll be the top of the lineup for Clovis coming up. It'll be Zach Wheeler, followed by Joseph Albert, and then Johnny Jimenez. So 5-2 on the Now Pharmacy scoreboard. Lovington in the lead. As we head to the top of the 5th, Wheeler 0 for 1, struck out in the first, walked in the third, moved over to third on a throwing error. But Clovis not able to cash him in. So to the plate is the leadoff hitter, Wheeler. Aceves still on the bump for the Cats, and the wind and the first pitch swung on. It's a comebacker as Aceves gets it, fires it over to Brito at first. Plenty of time. Set the feet, put it down, and score it 1-3 at home for out number 1. Had to leap a little bit for that one. It can be a tendency to kind of rush that throw. I like that he set his feet and then made the strong throw. Wheeler fast, but not as fast as the Aceves fastball. So that'll put Albert at the plate. 0 for 1. He didn't have a sack his last time up, and the first pitch is on the outside corner, strike 1. So it's a 1-ball, no strike count. Quickly 1 down here in the top of the 5th. Outfield playing straight away, fairly deep, swung on, and that one is going to be drilled into shallow center field. Sanchez puts the sunglasses down, having to fight the sun a little bit out there. Doesn't bother him a bit. He'll come in and get it on the fly out to center. So quickly 2 away for Clovis. So now it'll be Jimenez to the plate. He's 0 for 2. Struck out in the first, lined out in the third. Number 3 hitter for Clovis. Now steps in with 2 down. As the Clovis JV makes their way in. Of course, there will be a JV game immediately following the varsity action tonight. As the wind and the pitch swung on, and that's off the handle. That'll be into shallow center field as on the run is Sanchez. It'll be a Texas leaguer on the little bloop single to center with 2 outs. That right there, my friends, is the definition of Texas leaguer, which is a weak fly ball that falls between the infield and the outfield, shallow in the outfield, but far enough away nobody can get to it. And that, my friends, was the definition of the Texas Leaguer. Of course, there is no more Texas League anymore. Thank you very much, Major League Baseball. It'll always be the Texas League as far as I'm concerned. So Martin will step in. First pitch to the man now on the mound is going to be inside, ball 1. 1-ball, no strike count to Martin. Now the pitcher trying to help his own cause with 2 down, and Jimenez at first after the single. Brito will hold him on over there. Pretty good lead over there for the first baseman, and that one is going to be turned on and ripped down the left field line, and that one will go all the way to the wall, but foul. Martin waiting on one he could turn on, and he turned on that one, and fortunately for us, it's just a long strike 1. Managed to barrel that one up, trying to help his own cause in one swing. You know from experience, it is a little hard to get one out of here some days. As the 1-1 pitch on the way, and a breaking ball broke late and right over the inside corner of the plate. Strike 2. Nice pitch there from Aceves. Staheda takes a moment, going to go out and talk to his battery mate. Well, just a quick little discussion as the umpire dusts off the plate. Here in the top of the 5th inning, it started off with the leadoff hitter Wheeler grounding back to Aceves. Then a fly out by Albert, and then a Texas leaguer for Jimenez. And we're at the 1-ball, 2-strike plateau now on Martin. And he does bat righty, and he'll take that one back into the screen, and the count stays 1-2. Looks like he's sitting on that fastball a little bit. as Coach Cruz hollers over at Jimenez, telling him you got to be running. Second, he starts swinging. 1-2 the count. There are 2 down. Runner at first as Aceves checks in on Jimenez, and he'll kick and fire the breaking ball. That one's going to be up high. Didn't break enough. Evens the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Got to be careful when you throw that one, especially if it hangs a little bit. Aceves doesn't hang them often. If that one's down to the right a little bit, it is probably going a long way. Jimenez leads off of first. Brito holds him on. 2-2 delivery and swung on and missed. Ring him up and set him down. That is the 6th strikeout of the game for Lovington pitching, and it ends the Clovis threat in the 5th. We've played 4.5 on the Now Pharmacy scoreboard. Lovington 5 and Clovis 2. This is Wildcat Baseball from Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports. Wildcat Sports proudly presented by great folks, including General Welding Supply. Good folks at General Welding Supply right here in Lovington. Also, they've got a shop in Hobbs. Great supporters of Wildcat Athletics. Also, brought to you courtesy of the First American Bank in Lovington. David Campbell, president of the bank over there. Great folks to know. Right here in Lovington, your local hometown bank, First American Bank. And brought to you by the Lovington Schools, supporting all Lovington students. Activities, athletes, academics, they support them all. Great school system, too. Thanks to the Lovington Schools for letting Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports be the official varsity video provider of Wildcat Sports. We head to the bottom of the 5th. We'll be back in just a minute. This is Wildcat Baseball. As we get the throw down to second, welcome back to Wildcat Baseball. Into the bottom of the 5th inning. In Clovis's top of the 5th, they get no runs on 1 hit, no errors committed by Lovington, and 1 runner left on base. So leading it off for the Wildcats, it'll be 1, 2, and 3, Brito, Garcia, and Tejeda. 5-2 Lovington on the Now Pharmacy scoreboard. So Brito will step in at an RBI single his last time up, and the first pitch from Wheeler is going to be well outside, ball 1. Martin. Now I want to make Wheeler the pitcher. Martin just came in the last inning. Got him out of a jam a little bit, cleaned it up, and the 1-0 pitch to Brito swung on. It'll be a chopper. Garcia charges in at short, gets it, double hop, and here airmail that one. Somehow Jimenez puts a glove on it. Over there to back him up is Usry. That was close, and it'll be an error charged on the throw, so it'll be an E6, but Brito reaches no matter how you look at it. And that'll be the second error on Clovis this afternoon. And Lovington puts the man on first. I like to see him just completely blow it open here, as now Garcia will step in. He is 0 for 2. Only 2 cats have yet to reach the base pass today, and Garcia is one of them. So runner at first is Brito. It's a pretty good lead. Jimenez will hold him on. Martin, the lefty, just going to stare him down. So he sets up outside in the wind in the pitch. Left on left battle, swung on and tipped by Garcia. It is strike 1. 0-0 ball, 1 strike count. Wildcats leading Clovis 5-2. Martin, a pretty deliberate worker, gets his sign. And the 0-1 pitch, and that one's, running inside. Somehow getting out of the way of it is Garcia. And it evens up the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. So 1 ball, 1 strike count as we head into the evening time, a little bit after 6 o'clock here in the Mountain Time Zone. 1-1 pitch, and that one will be outside for ball 2. You have noticed about the Clovis pitching, and really about ours too when you think about it, pitchers really don't like pitching out of the stretch. Much more comfortable in just the regular wind. But they'll learn. It's a 2 ball, 1 strike count. As the runner goes, Brito takes off. He had a huge jump. The throw down not going to be anywhere close to in time as Diego steals the base standing up. And it's ball 3 at the plate to Garcia. Luis Garcia 0 for 2, but a chance to get himself on the base paths. 3-1. See if he's going to make Martin throw him a strike and if he has the green light. Brito, pretty good lead over there at second. Molina keeping him honest. As Martin will check, now kicks and fires, ding dong, and that one is going to catch Garcia in the shoulders. So, well, he's on base now. Not the way he wanted to get on, but he'll take it. So, hey, Lovington threatens again here in the bottom of the 5th inning. 2 on, nobody out. And the next batter will be Victor Tejeda. Tejeda 0 for 2. So he will slide into the right side box, sets up towards the front of it, open stance. As Martin taking even more time than he normally does. Checks on Brito at second, Garcia at first. And the wind in the pitch. That one will be a fastball inside, ball 1. And now Martin, who came in and was pretty effective, having a little command issues. Here as he enters his second inning of work. 1-0 the count. 2 on, nobody out. And Lovington up by 3 runs, 5-2. As the kick from Martin in the pitch, outside corner with the fastball, evens the count at 1-1. So it's the 1-ball, 1-strike count. Brito reached on an error to lead off the inning, stole second. And Garcia, who stands at first, was hit by the pitch. It's a 1-ball, 1-strike count to Tejeda, the catcher, at the plate. Wide open stance. Wide and open, I should say. And the 1-1 pitch, breaking ball. Going to be up and in. And it'll be ball 2. 2-1 the count. Of course, Lovington a couple of games this week. They'll play Saturday in Ruidoso. We will not have that game for you. Our next streamcast will be next Tuesday right back here against Hobbs. 2-1 pitch swung on, and that one drilled back into the, I was going to say the netting, but it dinged off the pole. Nice ringing sound there. For whom the bell tolls. Was at a ballpark one time where when you hit the pole and it did that, they did play the intro to that Metallica song, Useless Baseball Knowledge. I believe that was the field in Monahans about 20 years ago. 2-2 pitch, and that one will be a fastball that's going to run inside, ball 3. So a 3-ball, 2-strike count, full count now to Tejeda at the plate. 2 on, nobody out. Bottom of the 5th inning, Lovington up by 3. Like to tack on some more here, especially with the heart of the order at the plate. As Martin will set, he fires, fastball inside corner, called strike 3. So that'll ring him up, and that'll be the 1 down for the Wildcats. So now to bring Tavera to the plate, 0 for 1. He did walk and score back in that 3-run 4th. Matter of fact, he led it off. Tavera, the third baseman, also the cleanup hitter, a chance to do some cleaning up right here for the Cats. Flag just kind of gently waving out in center field. It is blowing mostly in. That'll be from the northwest. The line of the pitch. Brito goes double steal on. Throw down, and Brito slides in under the tag of Albert. And the double steal works as Brito heads to third. Garcia to second. Nice job there. And it's ball 1 to Tavera at the plate. So all goes the way of the Wildcats there. So that'll put another run potentially just 90 feet away, puts both Cats in scoring position. And the cleanup hitter at the plate in the form of Jordy Tavera. Usry down, given the signs. Martin has what he wants, the big deep breath and the pitch, and that one will be up and away. Ball 2. 2-0 the count. There is 1 down, but 2 Cats on. They threaten up by 3 on the Now Pharmacy scoreboard, 5-2. Martin taking the long look in. Usry sets up inside. And the 2-0 pitch swung on and missed as got him to chase a fastball that was running outside. Might have been a strike anyway. So Tavera takes a hack at it, comes up empty. And it's 2-ball, 1-strike count. Lovington with 1 in the second, 1 in the third, 3 in the fourth. That's how they get to their 5. 2-1 pitch on the way, swung on and missed as Jordy wanted all of that one. Swings through the fastball. Right about letter high, evens the count at 2-2. Was thinking he wanted to go ahead and make this an 8-2 ball game. If he'd gotten a hold of that one, he might have done it. Outfield, though, not giving him a lot of respect, only about halfway back. 2-2 pitch on the way from Martin, and that one will be inside and almost hit him in the foot. It'll bounce. Usry will get to it before anybody can come in as it skitters up the third baseline. And that'll run the count full at the plate to Tavera. Tavera going to wait for the plate to be dusted off. For the Wildcats, 5 runs on a couple of hits. They have committed 3 errors. 2 runs on a couple of hits. An error or 2. I'll have to go check my numbers for Clovis. 3-2 is the count. Tavera at the plate. Martin kicks and the payoff pitch swung on, and that one will be popped up over on the left side. Third baseman Albert comes in front of the Lovington dugout, charges over, and has a collision with the pitcher as Martin comes over and they run into each other. Was that Garcia? That was Garcia, the shortstop. They have a collision. Ball is on the ground, and the ball pops out. You're supposed to call that one, and I'm pretty sure over there in that territory it is the responsibility of the third baseman. They say the shortstop is kind of the field general of the infield, but pretty sure that one was supposed to go to the third baseman. So Tavera dodges a bullet right there on a collision by 2 cats in front of the Lovington dugout, 2 Clovis cats in front of the Lovington dugout. So we'll do the payoff pitch again. As Martin will set, Usry gives the signs, checks on the runners, and the payoff pitch swung on. That'll be off the handle. It'll be into shallow right field. Is it going to drop? It is going to drop. It drops in front of a charging Lawson. That'll get 1 run a home and a Texas leaguer for the Wildcats of Lovington. Will score Brito from third. Garcia heads over to third, and Tavera has the RBI single, and the Cats of Lovington take the 6-2 lead here in the bottom of the 5th. So now we got Cats at the corners. Garcia at third, Tavera at first, and now it'll be Aceves checking in. Aceves in line for the win. He came in with a 2-2 score. Walked and was hit by a pitch in this one. Has scored twice. And is now 6-2 with 1 out, and Cats at the corners. We know Coach Deck not afraid to send his guys. They're not the most fleet of foot, but he moves pretty good for a bigger kid. As the wide end, the first pitch will be a fastball outside. That'll be ball 1 to Aceves. 1 ball, no strike count. Now Jonathan Aceves at the plate, trying to help his own cause. As the pitcher-on-pitcher duel as Martin kicks and fires. Not going to see a better pitch than that to hack at all day. Belt high right over the heart of the plate. Evens the count at 1-1. The 1 ball, 1 strike count. Outfield still not playing just real deep. Jimenez holds on the runner at first. Shading over towards third is Albert. Line in the pitch. Took something off of that one as the off-speed pitch nips the inside corner. And it is strike 2. So a 1 ball, 2 strike count to the number 5 hitter Aceves. Now you got to get into plate protection mode. It's close. You got to at least try and foul it off. Can't let a meatball go by if you see that either. As now Martin will step off. As he and Usry have not quite been on the same page since Martin took over pitching duties a couple innings ago. It's a 1 ball, 2 strike count to Aceves at the plate. Checks the runners, kicks and fires. It'll be a little dinker. Charging in is Jimenez. He gets it. He's going to have to flip it over to the man covering at second. Not in time. And so the bloop infield single will score Garcia from third. Tavera goes to second, and it is a bloop RBI infield single for Estevez. And the Wildcats will take the 7-2 lead. So now Gilbert Sanchez will step to the plate. Sanchez 0 for 1, struck out in the second, walked and scored in the fourth. Runner at first is Estevez. Runner at second is Tavera. So a couple of bloop singles have done it for the Wildcats here in this inning. And so now it'll be Sanchez who settles in. Martin fires, fastball inside, ball one. Still just one away for the Wildcats here in their half of the fifth inning. They lead this one 7-2, a 5-run lead. They'd like to crack it open and put a few more on here. Like 5 maybe. In this one early. Kick in the pitch, fastball outside, ball 2. I know that's too much to ask for and hope for. This has been an entertaining ball game. Both teams have had a little bit of struggle on the hill. The Wildcat pitchers have managed to put more in the strike zone, though, today than Clovis has, and it shows on the board 7-2. With only 3 hits for Lovington, the wind and the pitch took something off of that one, and it'll clink in there for strike one. It's a 2-ball, 1-strike count. There is one down. Lovington in the lead, 7-2 on the Al Pharmacy scoreboard. Estevez leads off first as Jimenez in on the cutout. Leading off second is Tavera. Kind of keeping him close. The wind in the pitch, and Garcia or Sanchez saw one he wanted. Took a rip at it, but comes up empty and leaving the count 2 balls, 2 strikes. So the 2-ball, 2-strike count now. Still just one away for the Wildcats. Plate protection mode on. For Sanchez at the plate, the center fielder, the line of the 2-2 pitch, and that one will be inside. Good eye, ball 3. So it'll run the count full to Gilbert Sanchez with just 1 out and 2 runners on. Lovington trying to break a few more across here. As Martin will kick in the payoff pitch outside, ball 4, and that'll walk the bases loaded for the Wildcats. Sanchez heads to first, Estevez heads to second, and heading to third is Tavera. So now Damian Nava to the plate. Had an RBI infield fly rule called on him earlier, 1 inning ago. He's 0 for 2, but does have an RBI. As in steps Nava to face the lefty Martin. Bases full of Cats, and the first pitch outside, ball 1. Martin starting to struggle with his command a little bit, as here comes Coach Cruz. Not sure if he's going to go ahead and pull the hook out or if they're just going to talk about it. Well, while we're talking about it, we've got to talk about the good folks who make Wildcat Sports possible. From Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports. Couldn't do it without the good folks at Empire Services, Now Pharmacy, and Devon Energy. Of course, Empire Services for all your oil field service needs all over southeast New Mexico and West Texas. Give the good folks at Empire Services a call. Also couldn't do it without Now Pharmacy. Now Pharmacy, your local pharmacy for over 5 decades, right here in Lovington. Supporters of the Lovington Wildcats, and also the sponsor of the Now Pharmacy scoreboard, where Lovington is up 7-2. And our coverage also brought to you by Devon Energy. Devon Energy, proud to support all the students in Lee County. Devon Energy says, go Cats. So the meeting at the mound is over. Bases full of Wildcats. Tavera at third, Estevez at second, Sanchez at first. At the plate, Nava, it's a 1-0 pitch, and the fastball is going to be in there. Evens the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Oh, it's 1-1 to Nava at the plate, who's 0 for 2, but he does have the RBI. Sun going to be a little bit of a problem this time of day for the infielders and the outfielders, too. As Martin, the deep breath, and the 1-1 pitch. Fastball swung on and missed as Nava needed about another 2 inches on that bat as he opened up big, and bat just not quite long enough there. Strike 2. A 1-ball, 2-strike count. Bases full. Lovington up by 5, but would love to cash some more in. Nava, the 7 hitter. as Martin checks the runners and kicks and fires. Swung on and missed, and it'll get away from the catcher Usry, but he corrals it quickly, and it'll be the second K of the inning for Martin. 6th K of the ball game for Clovis pitching, and now there's 2 down for the Wildcats. So Nick Parra to the plate. Walked and scored in the 3rd, and had a ground out RBI in the 4th. He's 0 for 1, but he has a run scored and an RBI. You got to love that. So now a chance to play the hero here, cash a few more in with 2 down as the pitch swung on. It'll be off the end of the bat, and it'll screwball down the first baseline, and making the tag unassisted is Martin. So ground out to the pitcher for out number 3, but Lovington puts 2 more on the board in their half of the 5th. We go to the 6th on the Now Pharmacy scoreboard. Lovington 7, Clovis 2. This is Wildcat Baseball from New Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports. Welcome back to Wildcat Baseball from New Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. Please give us a subscription. Of course, that YouTube channel available on your smart TVs and on your YouTube-enabled cable and satellite plans. I know TDS here in Lovington and Lee County does have YouTube on certain plans. Got it at my house. So you can watch it on YouTube on your smart TV or on your enabled plan or on any device, of course. Also on the Lovington Sports tab, HobbsAmerica.com. For Lovington in their half of the 5th, 2 runs on 2 hits. 1 error committed by Clovis. 3 Cats, though, left on base. But they lead 7-2 as we head to the 6th. Leading off, it'll be Will Jordan. He'll be followed out by Jonathan Usry and then Roman Galvan. Jordan, the DH now, steps in. First pitch will be outside, ball 1. Jordan on the hook for the loss if the Clovis Cats can't come back. Started the game on the hill and was responsible for all the runs that came in that 4th inning. Aceves still on the hill for the Cats. The wind and the pitch. It's a hot shot. Garcia gets it in the hole. It's short. Double pumps, fires over to first. Brito stretches out and gets it. 6-3 for out number 1. So 1 down is now Usry will step in. Usry, a couple of RBIs in this one. Had a ground-out RBI, 2 ground-out RBIs. He's 0 for 2 with 2 RBIs. He's responsible for both of the tallies on the board for Clovis. So now he'll step in, the number 6 hitter with 1 down. Bases are clear. Aceves from the stretch kicks and fires. That one in the dirt. Taita blocks it out nicely. Ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. There is 1 down here in the top of the 6th inning. Lovington up by 5 on the Now Pharmacy scoreboard, 7-2. Aceves looks in, gets the sign. He'll set at the belt, and the 1-0 delivery. Took something off of that one, and it's in there. Evens the count, 1-1. It's a 1 ball, 1 strike count. There is 1 away. And so now Usry back in. Aceves gets the sign to Hayda, kicks, fires. That one going to go through the 5-hole and back to the netting and the retaining wall, but nobody on, so no harm, no foul. Ball 2. You just lose a pitch that way. 2 ball, 1 strike count. Of course, a little weird to have everybody, including your broadcast professional, wearing masks. 2-1 delivery and took something off of that one and nips the outside corner. 2-2. Jimenez using the changeup pretty effectively here in the early going of this top of the 6th inning. 2-ball, 2-strike count, kicks and fires. That fastball going to bounce. So runs the count full to Usry. 3-2 the count. So a 3-ball, 2-strike count. Here in game number 2 of the season for the Wildcats, trying to scratch their way to 500. First game of the year for Clovis. Of course, a district opponent of Hobbs as the payoff pitch swung on and missed. Ring him up and sit him down. That is out number 2 here in this top of the 6th inning. So now Roman Galvan to the plate, reached on a fielder's choice in the 2nd. Stole the base and was left stranded, was walked, stole the base and was left stranded in the 4th. So he's 0 for 1 with a couple of stolen bases. So with 2 down, he'll settle in. Jimenez still pitching from the stretch, kicks and fires, curveball and checks it. They'll check down with the first base umpire, and nope, he says he didn't go around. No, it'll be ball 1. Of course, that's what I mean. If you've got the camera for review, you cannot review. At least in Major League Baseball. Can't in high school either. 1-0 pitch, and that fastball going to miss outside. Ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes the count. Lovington up 7-2 over Clovis. Game 2 of the season for the Cats. Setting at the belt to Jimenez from the stretch, kicks and fires. There's that changeup. It's in there. Strike 1. A 2-ball, 1-strike count. There are 2 down. And Lovington up. Nobody on the base paths. Sunglasses are definitely on for all the infielders and outfielders as the 2-1 going to drift outside for ball 3. Hear the groans from the Lovington faithful. Wanted that call. From my vantage point, did look just a little outside. So a 3-ball, 1-strike count. And the 3-1 delivery swung on and missed as Galvan taking a hack at it and coming up empty. And so that'll run the count full. Second batter in a row to face the full count. Galvan settles in. Jimenez looks in. He'll get what he wants from Tejeda. Now he'll set in the payoff pitch curveball. Whoa, that one's going to be up high and in. So ball 4. So with 2 out, walks the runner, and now he's going to go, and they are going to airmail one, and in and out of the glove of Salinas. So as the ball got away from Tejeda, the aggressive running of Clovis moves a man into scoring position. That's the second time they've done that. Things get a little lackadaisical, and that runner will take off on you. And now it'll be Molina to the plate. Struck out in the 2nd, reached via the error and stole the base and was left stranded in the 4th. He is 0 for 2, but he does have a stolen base. So the number 8 hitter for Clovis settles in as Galvan leads off 2nd. Jimenez sets at the belt, and the first pitch to Molina, fastball inside. That'll be ball 1. 1-ball, no strike count. Here in the top of the 6th inning, Lovington up 7-2. But you want to go ahead and put Clovis away as quick as you can. As the 1-1 pitch, waiting on it. And it is in there on the outside corner. Evens the count at 1-1. The ump been very consistent at that spot all afternoon long. Oh, actually, we have a pinch hitter in the game. This is number 13. I'll have to double check the roster here in just a moment. So this is actually his first appearance as Jimenez comes off and forces Galvan back to the plate. Has to slide in. Double check the roster I was given. I don't have a 13 on the printed one. I'll have to check the other one I was given here momentarily so I can give this young man his due. 1 man, 1 ball, 1 strike. Big lead over at second for Usry. Has the kick and the pitch at the plate, and that'll be a foul tip for the batter for strike 2. You will bear with me for just one moment. I will get Get back over to where I have the lineups. And that is Juan Jimenez at the plate. So Jimenez at the plate. It's a 1-ball, 2-strike count. He'll swing at that one, and it'll go foul. And so the count stays at 1-2 to Jimenez. So Jimenez, the pinch hitter for Clovis. 2 down, runner at second. 7-2 lead for the Wildcats, top of the 6th. Chavez sets at the belt, checks on that runner now. He'll kick and fire to the plate. That one's going to be in the dirt. Nice job by Tejeda to block it out. Evens the count 2-2. It'll keep Galvan stapled over there at second. And a 2-ball, 2-strike count. So taking the long look in is Jonathan. Gets what he wants, fires, and takes something off of that one and just misses. And so for 3 consecutive batters, we've got a full count going. You don't want to lose him with 2 outs and a man on. Get in the dugout, give your offense one more shot at it, and come out and close it out. Chavez to Tejeda, and the payoff pitch just missing low and away. Ball 4, so back-to-back walks. And Clovis threatens here in their half of the 6th. Timeout going to be taken. As Tejeda going to go have a conversation with his pitcher. While we've got a moment, big thank you to our friends at Bob's Thriftway, the Lee County Electric Cooperative, and Lovington Auto Supply, making Lovington Wildcat Varsity Sports possible. From the Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports, thanks to the Lovington Schools, of course, for allowing us to be the official video stream provider of Lovington Schools, and thanks to all of our broadcast partners who make it possible for us to bring you these games free of charge. A lot of other schools and services are not free. We are, thanks to you and thanks to our supporters. So that'll put Garcia at the plate. And Chavez will step off and look his runners back. He wants to take a deep breath, I think. Himself a minute, kind of collect his thoughts. So underway. As Jonathan takes his time, now he sets at the belt. He'll kick and fire, swung on, and that one is going to be popped up. As Tejeda gets rid of the mask, comes back, but can't get to it before it falls to the turf. It'll be strike 1. Due up for the Cats in their half of the 6th. That'll be Salinas, Brito, and Garcia. 9-1-2. Waiting to try to put a couple more insurance runs on the board for Lovington. Clovis would like to scratch a couple out here if they could. Get this one a little bit closer. No balls, 1 strike to Garcia at the plate. Runner at first is Molina. Pretty good lead over there. Pardon me, that's Jimenez at first. And the 0-1 pitch in there. Good. Breaking ball, broke late. Nipped the inside corner for strike 2. So Jimenez at first. Galvan at second. Clovis threatening, trying to get a 2-out rally going here in the top of the 6th. They trail by 5. Outfield playing fairly deep and fairly straight away. Infield, for the most part, about their normal positions. And in there, yes, sir, ring him up and sit him down. Called strike 3, and Lovington will end the Clovis threat in the 6th. No runs, no hits, no errors, 2 left on. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Lovington 7, Clovis 2 on the Now Pharmacy scoreboard. This is Wildcat Baseball from the Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports. Welcome back to Wildcat Field. In the top of the sixth, Clovis, no runs, no hits, no errors, and 2 runners left on base as we head to the bottom of the sixth. 9-1-2 due up for Lovington. So Salinas, Brito, and Garcia. I'm TJ Miracle. Great to have you with us on a beautiful Tuesday evening for baseball here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and on the Lovington tab at HobbsAmerica.com. Throw down to second. So Salinas will step in. He is 1 for 1. Had a sacrifice in the third, and then a double, an RBI double to be exact, in the fourth. That double he tried to stretch to a triple, but he still got the RBI, and Lovington getting this one on the board. So Salinas with the big single to right his last time up. The number 9 hitter steps in. Martin still on the mound. He'll kick and fire. The first pitch is going to be in there. Strike one. Oh, a no ball, 1 strike count. Do you hear Salinas at the plate? Martin working a little bit quicker in the 0-1 pitch. Fastball away, evens it up. 1 ball, 1 strike. So 1-1 the count. I've noticed about all the pitchers in today's game, once they get in a little bit of a rhythm, they tend to speed up. 1-1 pitch swung on. And Salinas chases that one. I think might have been up and away, but since he took the cut at it, it'll be strike 2. So 1 ball, 2 strike count, nobody down. Martin working much quicker here in the 1-2 pitch, low and in. Evens it up 2-2. Sorry about that, having to adjust with the mask. It's playing havoc with my earphones. 2-2 delivery, swung on and missed as going down swinging is Salinas. That'll be the 3rd strikeout for Martin and the 7th overall for Clovis pitching. And it'll turn the lineup over to Diego Brito. Brito's had an RBI single in the 3rd, reached via the air, scored in the 5th. So he is 1 for 2 with a run scored and an RBI and a stolen base to his credit in this one too. Wind up, first pitch to Diego in there. That one I think had a little sneaky lefty movement on it. Diego thought it was coming in, and it didn't. It's strike 1. So 1 down here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Martin working much faster, and Diego chases that one, and he steps out and goes, yeah, shouldn't have done that. And he's down in the hole now. No balls, 2 strikes. As Martin ready to go almost as soon as Brito back in. Now he slows up a bit as the 0-2 pitch. That fastball runs across and inside for ball 1. That's what Brito thought the last one was going to do. It did do it that time. Of course, only one lefty in the Lovington lineup consistently. 1-2 pitch swung on. That's a hot shot on the ground, but right at Garcia at short. He'll field it, makes a strong throw to first, and Jimenez will dig it out and get it in time. 6-3 for out number 2. So 2 away for the Cats here in their half of the 6th inning, as it'll bring Luis Garcia to the plate. Garcia is 0 for 2. Popped out in the 1st, struck out in the 3rd, hit by a pitch, and scored in the 5th. So the lefty steps in, a lefty on lefty battle, as Wheeler will fire the first pitch, and swung on and missed by Luis. Strike 1. 2 away from Lovington. They are up 7-2 on the Now Pharmacy scoreboard. As settling back in is Garcia. Usry gives the signs. Martin has what he wants. 0-1 delivery. Took something off of that one, and it'll miss away. And even the count at 1-1. 2 down, bottom of the 6th. But Lovington up, trying to get their record to 500 here in game 2 of the season. 1-1 pitch. Whoa, up and in. A little chin music. And ball 2. Oh, it's a 2-ball, 1 strike count. Cats in the lead. As kicking and firing, swung on, and that one is headed to the street. And did it hit the white Dodge that was going by? Yeah, I think it missed it. Evens the count. Well, count stays 2-2. So the 2-ball, 2 strike count for Lovington. And for Garcia. 7-2 the score. Of course, the conclusion of this one will give you a quick wrap. Of course, also going on tonight, of course, the Lady Cat softball. I believe that game may be over. Over across the complex here. 2-2 pitch swung on and missed as down swinging goes Garcia. So Lovington goes quietly in their half of the sixth. 1-2-3. We head to the seventh. Lovington 3 outs away from even in their record at 1-1. This is Wildcat Baseball. Welcome back to Wildcat Baseball from New Walmart Digital and One Radio Square on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and on the Lovington Sports tab at HobbsAmerica.com. I'm TJ Miracle. Lovington goes 1-2-3. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on in their half of the sixth. We head to the seventh on the Now Pharmacy scoreboard. Lovington 7, Clovis 2. And for Clovis, they've got the top of their lineup coming to the plate, needing 5 runs to keep this one alive. Zach Wheeler, Joseph Albert, and Johnny Jimenez. Wheeler 0 for 2. Struck out in the first, reached when he walked in the third, and then grounded out to the pitcher in the fifth. So he is 0 for 2 on the day. Lovington's pitching a combined 2-hitter going on here. So now Wheeler, the leadoff man, will step in. What Clovis needs right now is base runners. Aceves still on the hill, in line for the win. He came in when it was tied at 2 apiece, and the first pitch to Wheeler is outside, ball 1. A 1-ball, no strike count. As Jonathan has pitched a gem since coming on in relief. And the 1-0 pitch, and that one is away, ball 2. If you're Lovington, I think you just need to settle down. Worry about throwing strikes. You put it in play. That's what you got the defense behind you for. 2-0 the count. Lovington has had 3 errors today, but 2-0 inside, ball 3. Well, a 3-ball, no strike count. We're in the top of the 7th inning. Clovis down to their final 3 outs. Lovington would love to shut them down. Lovington has shut them down for the last couple innings. Has the 3-0 on the way. That's up high, ball 4. Second walk of the afternoon worked by Wheeler. So that's exactly what Clovis wanted, which was a man on. They need base runners. So now it'll be Albert stepping to the plate. Actually, we're going to have a pinch hitter coming to the plate for Clovis. And it'll be number 5. I'll have to go double check and see who that is. So again, if you will bear with me momentarily, I go and find that. That'll be Jaden Neekerville. So Neekerville is the pinch hitter for Clovis. And Neekerville will step in. And the first pitch, and that one will be outside, ball 1, and the runner will head down to second. Going to call it defensive indifference. So now runner at second, nobody out. Or was it a balk? I didn't see him call the balk, but I guess they did. As the umpire comes over and has a word with Aceves on the hill. I guess maybe I was looking for the name of the batter and missed the balk. There's a runner at second, no matter how you look at it. And the kick in, the pitch breaking ball. And coming up ready to fire is Tejeda. And it's ball one at the plate to Neekerville. 1 ball, no strike count. Runner at second is Wheeler, who led off the inning with a walk. Lovington up by 5, but you don't want to lose it here late. Aceves checks the runners, kicks and fires, breaking ball. Yep, that one comes in late and breaks. He's got a good pitch that breaks late. And it'll even the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. You know, the Cats trying for their first win of the season. Trying to put Clovis in an 0-1 hole to start their season. As the 1-1 pitch fastball, that's in there. Yes, sir. Strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. And I have gotten word that the softball game is over. Didn't get the final. I know the Lady Cats fell, but put up a pretty good fight to the Cave Girls from Carlsbad. Lined in the pitch, and that one will be outside, ball 2. Of course, Dawn Morgan had that game over on our sister property, the Lee County News and Sports YouTube channel, and right here on the Lovington Sports tab at HobbsAmerica.com, down on Lovington Sports 2. With 2 ball, 2 strike count. Neekerville at the plate, and the pitch swung on and missed. Yes, sir. Ring him up and sit him down. And it is another K in the books for Wildcat pitching. 9th K of the afternoon for the Wildcat pitching staff. Of course, started by Brito. Aceves coming on in relief. So now there is 1 away, and Johnny Jimenez, the first baseman, will step in. He's 1 for 3, a strikeout, a line out, then got a single to center. First pitch swung on, and that'll be a high chopper. Garcia gets to it and fires over to first. Brito stretches and gets it. 6-3 for out number 2. So that'll put Clovis down to their final 3 strikes. It does move the runner over to third, but you're not concerned about him up by 5. You got to worry about the cleanup hitter, Josh Martin, at the plate. So Martin will go to the plate with 2 down. And Clovis really needing more base runners. The runner at third, but 2 down. So Martin settles in. He's 1 for 2 on the afternoon. Has scored a couple of times in the first pitch. Fastball away for ball 1. Martin singled to left and stole a couple of bases in the second where he scored. Walked and stole a base, scored in the 4th, then struck out in the 5th to end the threat in the 5th. And it's a 1-0 count to him here in the 7th. And that will be a hard shot. Garcia gets it, fields it cleanly, fires it, and has to be dug out. Brito backhands it, and it'll be an error, and it'll score a run. So Clovis keeps their game alive. It's now 7-3 on the Now Pharmacy scoreboard. So would have had him if it had been dug cleanly. So it's the 4th error of the ball game. That will be an unearned run because it was an error. So 4th error of the game. And it keeps Clovis alive. It'll put Will Jordan at the plate. So the righty takes the first pitch on the outside corner. Strike 1. Jordan flew out in the 2nd, flew out in the 4th, grounded out in the 6th. He is 0 for 3. Lovington pitching has handled their number 5 hitter, DH, pretty well. As the 0-1 pitch, fastball, that one going to be just a little too far off. And evens it up at 1 ball and 1 strike. So the runner at first is Martin, who reached via the error. And the 1 ball, 1 strike count. Brito holds Martin on over at first. As Aceves deals the 1-1, letter high, outside corner, paints the black, and will be called strike 2. So the 1-2 count. Clovis down to their final out of the evening, or rather their final strike of the evening. The final out, too, for that matter. Runner gets a big lead off first. Chavez will check him, and he'll bring the 1-2 to the plate. Swung on and missed. Ring him up, sit him down. 10th K of the ball game gives Lovington the victory. Our final score on the Now Pharmacy scoreboard, Lovington 7, Clovis 3. We'll be back to wrap it up in just a moment. This is Wildcat Baseball. Back here at Wildcat Field, final score on the Now Pharmacy scoreboard. The Lovington Wildcats victorious 7-3 over the Clovis Wildcats and will improve to 1-1 on the season. Final line score in this one for Clovis, 2 runs on 3 hits. They commit 2 errors, and they leave 7 runners stranded. For the Lovington Wildcats, they push 7 runs across 7 runs on only 4 hits. They commit 4 errors. They don't bite them, and 4 runners left on base. So again, Coach Deck gets his first win of the season, as do the Cat Varsity, so congratulations to them. Of course, they'll have a couple of days off before they head up the mountain to Ruidoso. That game will be Saturday afternoon. We will not have that game for you. We will have our next streamcast a week from today right back here at Wildcat Park as the Hobbs Eagles come to town. So the Lovington end of that home-and-home series, Lee County battle. So that'll be next Tuesday afternoon. Hope to see you there. Of course, a busy sports week with basketball and more softball going on later this week for the Lovington Lady Cats. Just keep an eye and an ear on our YouTube channels and on our Facebook pages from your favorite One Radio Square stations, Kicks KZOR, KPZA, Eagle 100.5, and Cool 95.7. And with that, my friends, we will put a wrap on this evening of baseball. Lovington Wildcat Baseball proudly brought to you by Bob's Thriftway, the Lee County Electric Cooperative, Lovington Auto Supply, General Welding, the First American Bank of Lovington, the Lovington Schools, Empire Services, Now Pharmacy, and Devon Energy. For Don Morgan, I'm TJ Miracle saying so long and good night. This has been an exclusive presentation of No Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports.